Boys. 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 We're back.
Wow.
Yeah.
You sounded like a galloping horse. You said that. You're just like, boys, boys, boys. Just hitting the dirt.
Yeah.
Down.
Boysenberry boys.
Yeah.
Boysenberry boys.
Boys, welcome in. Wine Boys Podcast, episode 136. Maybe our last one. We don't know. Changing over to, I guess, a dictatorship tomorrow. More on that later.
All right.
Can't wait. Looking forward to it.
Might as well sell some shirts.
Might as well sell some shirts. I believe, were they made in China?
Probably.
Okay.
Boys.
Good. Works out well for us. Wine Boys Podcast. You can find us teespring.com/stores/the Wine Boys. End of the world t-shirts. Go grab them. They'll make great blankets and they'll make great head covers for when the blast goes off tomorrow.
You're getting a little too doomery here, bud.
I'm sorry. I'm just trying to sell some t-shirts.
Oh, okay.
If you don't listen, do you want the t-shirts or not?
You get a little too doomery here.
Why?
All right.
Listen, here's the deal. Buy a t-shirt, it's the last one you'll ever own. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
And if by chance tomorrow goes off well, buy another one at a later point in time. We have the 3 out of 4 Corks hoodie. We have the Charlie Mustard's Home of the Hot Brown t-shirt. Mm-hmm. Maybe your hottest seller.
Maybe.
It's in mustard yellow. Also in other colors.
Okay.
But I go with the mustard yellow. It's just on brand.
Yeah.
It just
for Charlie Mustard.
It just makes sense.
Yeah.
Charlie Mustards.
Charlie Mustards. Okay.
Extra parsley if you're feeling healthy. So I'm at the Zach Edward on Instagram and Twitter. I'm laying off the conspiracy theories until 9 o'clock, and then which is about 20 minutes away, roughly. So and I'll just go ahead and put a bow on the fact that I will have nothing to report on any of my social media until the inauguration is over.
Okay. Boys, you can find me at Lord Gerald on the Instagrams and the Twitters. You can find me getting musty in a basement. Still strong. In fact, last night, I wrote the word Mufig. That's German for musty. Fun fact, I did a German Peloton class. It was a Tiesto
I thought you
class.
spelt musty wrong.
No. Mufig. No. This is coded here. We're getting high-level musty out here.
Oh, my God.
Boys.
What about the Germans? I didn't even think about them.
Wow.
Not since WW2.
Boys, you're going to continue to hear Zach spiral after the end of the beat. Just... We'll drink the wine first.
We'll drink the Kool-Aid.
You can circle the drain.
We're drinking the Kool-Aid tonight.
Okay.
It might be wine, but it is Kool-Aid.
All right. And actually, special wine, redemption round.
Redemption wine.
Redemption round, but you're going to hear about it after the break.
Round 2. Fight.
Hi, I'm Gerald.
And I'm Zach.
And we are the Wine Boys. Boys, tonight, we have a redemption arc on our hands.
Oh my God.
Okay? So, as the loyal boys may recall, episode 134, we reviewed a wine, Red Cat Dark, made by Hazlitt Vineyards.
Yes.
Okay?
Dirty, dirty kitten.
Anyway, that nasty kitty. We didn't like it. We weren't fans. Let's
just call it what it was. It wasn't good.
It wasn't.
It was bad.
Yeah.
It was.
However, Hazlitt Vineyards reached out to us via social media.
They slid in our DMs.
They commented on a picture. I slid in their DMs.
So tell the
and basically
story.
they commented on the photo. Haha, seems like you don't like sweet. From there, I slid in the DMs, said, fuck it. I'm going to ask. Send us a bottle of wine. We'll give it a fair shake on the podcast. They sent
Yeah, I would say before you keep going, I know the boys are going to have questions. He did not drain the bathtub.
I did not.
No.
I did not drain the tub on him. But anyway, we've got 2 wines from them. This is the first of the 2 wines they sent to us.
Yes, so this is their Rocky 2. Like, this is their redemption story.
This is the redemption arc here. Okay? So, tonight we are drinking... gotta pull it out.
Yeah, pull it out.
Because it's a white, so I kept it chill. Okay? Hazlitt, 1852 Vineyards. This is their dry Riesling. It's 2019 from the Finger Lakes. What we got here? We got a 12.7% alcohol by volume. And they hooked it up. You know what, Hazlitt, I gotta say, so far my experience with you guys has been great.
Yep.
Okay?
Really cupping the balls in this one.
Really are. I'm loving it. But how's the wine? We gotta know.
I mean, I'm very interested. We are the wine boys. We are the authority on wine here. So
yeah, we gotta know. So here's the back of the bottle. Dry Riesling. Here at Hazlitt, 1852 Vineyards, we believe in balance. We believe that where there is hard work, there should also be play. And that creating award-winning wines takes as much scientific know-how as it does instinct. Since 1852, the Hazlitt family has combined art and science to grow premium fruit without sacrificing sustainability. Our vineyards sit at the heart of the Finger Lakes region, where we produce wines which have become known for their harmony of fruit and acidity. So open a bottle, pour a glass, and know somewhere we're toasting to you as well. Now this is on their drier end of the spectrum from them. So this is a Riesling.
This is a polar opposite of Red Cat Dark.
Right.
Which is a Concord wine, which is essentially
grape juice.
Grape juice. Yeah. Concord grapes is what you make grape juice out of, what you make grape jelly out of.
Right.
What you make every sugar preserved product out of.
Yes.
Concord grapes.
Now,
so we're not sweet wine drinkers.
We're not.
There's a couple of like sweeter rosés that I've been a fan of, but I cannot get into those Concord wines. And yes, we were a little harsh.
Very.
But let's be honest, we don't pull no punches here.
No, that's the thing is we didn't get into this to stroke.
Listen, I'm not here to stroke an ego.
I'm not here to stroke anyone.
However, if you're going to send us wine, wineboyspod@gmail.com.
And we will give it a fair shake.
We always give a fair shake.
We will give it a fair shake. Okay,
you get your 30 seconds to win us over. All right. Think of us as the American Idol judges. Not Simon Cowell. He can't drive. But more like Randy Jackson. It's either a no from me or I'll make you a star.
Am I the Paula Abdul in this situation? I'm like the sweetheart.
You actually would be the Randy Jackson, given the fact that you are black. And I would have to be Paula Abdul.
Well, I also played bass in Journey, so there's that.
Yeah. Wait a minute. Do you have a bass guitar in your basement? That's a thing, right? That's not a thing.
Old South Park joke. I love it. Anyway.
I wish that was a thing.
Yeah. Every black person has a bass guitar in their basement.
Yep.
Actually, something funny about that. I didn't grow up with a bass guitar in my basement, but there was a saxophone.
That's actually the second choice. like a jazzy saxophone player, like the guy from Dave Matthews Band. You know, I keep forgetting his name.
You have a bass guitar in your basement? Come on, Token. Every black person has a bass guitar in their basement.
It's so stupid. Yeah. It is so fucking stupid. But it's and the funny thing is that was the Christian rock band. Which makes perfect sense for all the stuff we're going to talk about tonight.
Okay. So. But otherwise, they did send us a tasting sheet.
Yes, thank you.
So it's a vintage 2019. You want to pull it up on?
Yep, I got it. Yep.
Yeah, well, I'm reading the tasting sheet. You want to pull up the other info? What the people say.
What the people.
All right, so varietal, it's a Riesling, vintage 2019. So this comes from the Seneca Lake, Finger Lakes region of New York State. The vineyard, it comes from 76%. Okay, it comes from Hazlitt. They even have the harvest on here. So the harvest came from October 24th, 2019 to October 29th, 2019.
Good time of year.
Yep.
Was getting a little cool.
Yep.
Grapes are starting to, the skins start to kind of harden up.
Yep.
Because we're right before winter.
Let's see. We've got Fermentation, a blend of multiple lots, stainless steel to cool to ambient fermentation with ICV, GRE, and RHST yeasts. Okay, aging 8 months on lees. Okay. And it looks like this was bottled August 27th of 2020. So,
Can you kill the woofer?
oh yeah, I'm sorry about that. Professionalism.
Yes. Sorry, I have a keen ear for it now.
You do.
Yeah.
Okay. And the winemaker's notes, descriptions. Let's see, Nashi pear, lime zest, and slate on the nose. Apricot with notes of beeswax on the palate. Finish is carried by high acidity and highlighted by a pleasant minerally hint of ginger. Okay.
Ooh.
Food pairings, roasted pork or turkey, melon, and prosciutto. Or prosciutto.
Prosciutto.
And medium, soft, mild cheeses.
No gobble, huh?
Yeah. Medium, soft, mild cheeses like Gouda.
I love Gouda.
Love me a good Gouda, baby.
I had a Gouda sandwich today.
Ooh. Yeah, I love me a Gouda. All right.
Starbucks hooked me. They hit me with the what can I make for you to eat today? I go, oh, I was gonna get coffee. And I was like, you know what?
I'll get a sandwich.
I'm hungry.
Yeah.
They caught me.
Yeah.
What can we get for you to eat today?
I know.
You are
That's
Starbucks.
what they do. They know what they're doing with that.
Obviously.
All right. Punch your glass, whore.
Right here.
Bust it. Come on.
Hold on. Hold up.
Ready your camera.
All right. Hold on. This could be the last one we ever do.
Let's see. Now, tonight, this is a twisty boy.
Yeah. All right. Go ahead.
Okay.
When in doubt, label out.
Okay.
Hold on.
Not too bad. Not too bad. It's a very sweet smell, but not obnoxious.
Okay.
Okay.
Always good.
Yep. Healthy pour. You know what pours well with a Riesling, boys? Xanax.
I was going to say, Klonopin?
Steven, get me another Xanax. I'll be by the pool. Okay.
As soon as he hears Backstreet Boys turn on, he's just like, he's just getting in the fucking sauce again.
Come on, Heather, again.
You know the thing is, though, is that now that the kids are home from college, she really turns up like on a Tuesday. It's like, Darlene, do we have to listen to the Backstreet Boys this loud again? It's just like, the kids are home. And she's like, Dad, she's already taken her pill. He's like, okay.
Strong pear smell.
Whoa, that is bright.
Very bright. Strong pear. I'm not getting the ginger.
Getting melon. I'm getting like a honeydew melon. Yep.
Okay.
I don't think you're going to get ginger on the nose. You typically will only get those fruit forward notes when you give it a good whiff.
Very bright.
Honey.
Okay.
Yep. Honey.
Okay.
Melon. It's like a melon salad.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, well.
Which makes sense.
Enough of the pomp and circumstance.
Yeah, let's put this in our mouths.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
All right, boys.
All right. Hey.
Yeah. Okay.
Here's to a greater tomorrow.
How you feeling?
Sweet. It's sweeter than I would imagine for a Riesling.
No. Also, doesn't Riesling typically have like a light carbonation to it?
It's got like that. It's that acid kick. So this one isn't as acidic. It has that acid bite. Mm-hmm. Very grippy tannins. It's like,
fades away quickly.
Yep, and that probably has a lot to do with the harvesting year. The skins were probably played an integral part in this harvest.
Okay.
Man, that gets you on the tongue. It's ripe. Mm-hmm. This is ripe.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Overall, how do you feel about it?
I'm so-so.
Okay.
I say so-so. It's good. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna give it a minute.
Okay.
Let me digest it a little.
But also let it breathe a little bit.
Yeah, give it a little breath.
Yeah.
Take it off the ice. Like actually let it. I wouldn't let it get to room temperature, but just let it warm up a little bit. I'm actually gonna hold on.
Typically, I would say because I did keep this in the fridge all
I want
week.
to cup this a little bit, give it some.
Yeah.
See if I can.
Yeah, and to be
Get
fair,
some stuff
I
moving
did
in
keep
there.
this one in the fridge all week.
Let me see.
And I want to say typical Riesling, you want to serve it around 40 degrees typically. Is that normal?
Actually, try that. Warm it up a little bit. Cup it in your hand.
Okay. Let's try it.
And warm it up a little bit.
Okay.
And it's actually better.
Okay.
It's not as stringent.
Okay, there it is.
See, right? It just a little. So So
It was a little too cold.
yeah. So don't keep it on ice. I would say take it out
About 20 minutes
20
before.
minutes before you're going to serve it.
Yep.
Yeah, because that was nice. So you just give it a little warm. So that really helped.
All right.
All right. So this is Hazlitt 1852 dry Riesling, 100% Riesling from the Finger Lakes region of New York, Seneca side. You're going to get tasting notes of apricot, peach, and stone fruit.
Okay.
You're also going to get notes of honey, and also it says vegetation and grass.
Grass. Okay.
I get the honey, and some sort of, like I said, I get like honeydew melon. There's that. See, now I'm getting that like back of the jaw acid kick.
Yes.
Yeah. You know what? It's pretty good.
It is.
It's pretty good.
It is.
Okay, I'm not going to get on my high horse because I got a free bottle of wine. But Hazlitt, shouts out.
Shouts out.
You're a real class act. You needed your Rocky II redemption moment.
Listen.
And you know what? You're turning me. Okay?
You're turning me. This is when
you're giving me a fair shot here.
This is when Rocky earned the respect of Apollo Creed.
Yes, this is it.
This is it right here.
This is when he starts fighting back in the 7th. Cut me, Mick.
Yeah.
Cut me.
This is it right here. Okay.
Eye swollen shut. Needs to get his eye cut open so he can see.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's in pounding rib roasts in that refrigerator.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, no, this, you know what? It's better. It's definitely better. It's definitely better than Red Cat.
Listen, this is a hell of a lot better than Red Cat.
It really
Dark.
is. Let's call it what it is. All right.
Okay.
What you fed me was chicken shit, and this is chicken salad.
Listen, and also for the price, we've had worse Rieslings.
Yeah. Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. Because I think you can buy this for what, $10, $11?
Something like that.
Yeah.
I'm sure it says in your notes.
Yeah. Between $11 and $16.
Okay. Okay. So if you can pick up a bottle of this for $12, you can certainly do worse.
And it's a New York State wine. You always want to support your local wineries
Absolutely.
when you can right now.
Buy local.
Yeah, especially right now.
You know,
I mean, for real.
And the great thing about this is we know exactly where it comes from. We know the grapes they use.
Yep.
You know, it's right on Seneca Lake for the upstate boys in the audience.
Yeah. And for the non-upstate boys, I always say, whenever we take trips out to the Finger Lakes or whenever we do a little wine tasting, there's so many New Jersey license plates. It's like it's their safe haven. So hey, Jersey boys, what's good with you? I fucks with you. My whole family fucks with you. My entire family's from New Jersey. We're essentially like the off-cut version of The Sopranos. Like I have an Uncle Paulie who is crazy, and it works out. We used to call him Paulie Walnuts. It just makes sense.
It makes sense, yeah.
Yeah. I had an Uncle Jerry who he taught me to love professional wrestling.
Okay.
Did I ever tell you that story?
No, you didn't.
My Uncle Jerry used to make me watch ECW, which was that was my first, I used to watch WWF a little bit.
Yeah.
Kind of the cartoony mid-90s. In 1996, ECW was starting to take off in Philadelphia. And that's where they lived just outside of Philly. So we would watch these pay-per-views and they were R-rated, raw, uncut, barbed wire, steel cages. It's where I saw Cactus Jack for the first time.
Yeah.
You know,
there's blood.
There's
sex
nudity.
references.
Yeah, there's all this stuff, and it was shot in such a B movie way that I couldn't not like it. They used to do the jump cuts when they used the static from the TV as their jump cut.
Yeah,
I was just like, I love this.
So 90s.
I know, I love that shit. Yeah. That was my first inclination that I was like, I think I'm going to be a wrestling fan for my entire life.
Yeah. Just because of watching ECW.
Watching ECW in the mid-90s, I was like, uh-oh, I'm in. And then I took my hiatus just like everybody does when they go to high school. They're like, this isn't cool anymore.
Yes, I want
Yeah,
girls.
and then you
I
get
want bitches.
and then you get into college, and then you start looking at the business of wrestling when you're 21, and you're just like, oh, okay. And then you start reading about like what wrestling is, and then you're fully hooked again from like the carnival side of it.
Isn't it funny when like you get to college and suddenly you
just
realize
go full
that
circle.
yeah, you realize that like nobody cares about like what you're wearing.
Yeah.
So like you just go through a phase where you just decide to be dirty.
Yeah.
With like you and your friends.
I wore paint-stained sweatpants to a class 2 days in a row. Paint-stained.
Nobody said anything.
Nobody gave a fuck. They were just like, he's a piece of shit, whatever. Like,
I went a week without showering once.
oh, God, been there.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
because
I just kept, I kept wearing, you know what happened is I finally gave in because I kept wearing the same hat, and the hat started getting like that white, like stain on the bottom of it. And
that
I'm like,
sweaty salt stain.
I was like, that can't be good.
Yeah.
So that's when I learned how to wash hats.
Yeah.
I didn't know how to wash them until that happened.
Yeah.
And I was like, I probably should take a shower, you know?
I should probably take a shower.
Yeah. I feel like, you know.
And by the way, you don't realize you become the smelly person until you get out of the shower. And then people start commenting on like, wow, you smell really good today.
Yeah, somebody that actually happened to so one of my fraternity brothers, I remember this distinctly, went like an entire week, and we sat next to each other in this one class. I think it was like one of those like 100 level like liberal arts classes that you like, had to take.
Yeah.
To make you a more well-rounded person.
Yeah.
Because that's what a liberal arts degree is. It makes you more well-rounded.
Right.
Yeah. Because I'm gonna know how to hack a fucking computer.
Of
in
course.
Computer Science 100. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Like so.
Of course, you'll be able to take down the Soviets.
Or the Chinese. We'll get to that later. When I took that class and they like made us go through it, they were teaching us how to use Microsoft Office, and I'm like, what am I doing here?
This is how you open a Word document.
Yeah, for real. I was like, I learned this shit when I was 12, man.
Like basic boomer improvement courses.
Absolutely. But
want
one
a
day,
little more?
yeah, I do. So my buddy comes into class, and he always brings in like bacon, egg, and cheese sandwiches from the local bagel shop.
Yeah.
He comes in. I smell him first before the sandwich, and I go,
Woof.
and I look at him. I go, dude. He's like, what? I go, your sweatshirt stinks. Like I was like, I'm pretty sure. Because it was like the zip up hoodie. I go, I'm pretty sure if you unzip that hoodie right now, just a green cloud's going to come out.
Was it the hoodie with his letters on it?
No. I think it was just like one of those like, it was like it might have been like an American Eagle hoodie.
Okay.
It had stripes.
Okay.
It had stripes and a full zip. And I said, dude, if you unzip that right now, I was like, it's going to be like a fart cloud. Just comes out and just like kills everybody.
And this is probably the same hoodie he's been wearing for
easily 4 or 5 days.
Oh, God.
I saw the thing is that we were living in the house at the time, so like I saw him like wake up in that hoodie and then just proceed to leave in same hoodie, and I'm like, oh, that's too much. I was like, sweatpants is one thing,
but
same hoodie, that's too much.
It gets to
musty.
Yeah,
it gets musty.
Especially it's a hoodie, like you get a little sweaty in it.
Yeah, and I didn't want him to feel bad, so I was just like, dude, I was like, as your friend, please go. Like put something on. I was like, you got to have Axe in your backpack. You know, you have weed in there. You better sure should have Axe in there. That's an old trick, boys. For the uninitiated boys that are on college campuses right now. There's not many of you, but there are some. If you're on a college campus for your spring semester, 4 cans of Axe body spray. Spray each one of them inside of your backpack and keep all of them. Juke can actually be used as a substitute.
Of course.
You know, you can go to your local Marshalls or TJ Maxx and get that. But, did you put that in your watch?
No, you put it on.
Oh, I thought
for
you
the uninitiated boys. This is how you apply cologne. Okay, 1 spray on each side of the neck.
Yep.
Okay. Spray. I don't do one. I do a spray on the back of the hand.
On the back of the hand. Yep.
And then I touch the hands together. Some people do 1 spray on the back of each hand. I find that to be a little much.
Yeah, I used to do the palm thing.
Yeah, but you don't really smell it.
It's just supposed to coat. It's supposed to be a nice coating.
Exactly.
It's like an egg wash. Just
exactly.
Nice coating.
What was your favorite?
So yeah,
what was your favorite scent of Axe body spray back in the day?
I used to use that gold a lot.
I was a big fan of Touch.
Yeah, Touch was good. It was the blue. I used the Phoenix one is what I used the most.
Phoenix was a jam.
Phoenix and the gold one.
Okay.
But basically, what you create is this, buffet of Axe body spray. You put it in your backpack, and it'll kill any smell. Of marijuana that you have anything that if you put a smelly gym bag and put 4 cans of Axe body spray on each side of the gym bag, all you smell is Axe body spray.
It's over.
Yeah, it's biological warfare.
Yeah.
But that comes tomorrow.
I can smell this Jew powerfully.
It is. Whew,
Woo. I'm attracting aunties.
which I was going to say. I think I just heard
I hear a rap at the door.
Yeah, I just heard a chesty black woman whistle out of the corner there. Yeah. And she said, "I do declare it smells just divine in here.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
Is your daddy home?"
So
You're wearing some sort of silk. Like there's some sort of silk.
I'm wearing luxurious silks.
Silk. Yes, silk, some sort of
I'm wearing
checkered slipper. Yeah.
I'm wearing a silky do-rag. Been anointed in luxurious silks.
Is it purple? It's got to be purple.
I have multiple. Of course I own a purple do-rag. What are you talking about?
That's right. Well, I'm just
Remember
saying.
I made the Olympic flag out of do-rags?
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
That's so
the
funny.
colors were exact, too.
Oh, my God.
You remember that?
It is an Olympic year all of a sudden again.
Yeah.
We might have to bring back the Olympic do-rags. Could you imagine?
I think I did post that on
How
Instagram.
about this? If we want unity in our world, in our universe, why not have everybody wear Olympic do-rags
Like
to
the
opening
Olympic
ceremonies?
colors
Yeah.
of do-rags.
Yep.
Let's see. Wine.
just do-rags. Us, Japan, Jamaica, other country that starts with a J. just put us all in a line. Do-rag Olympic colors.
Olympic do-rag colors.
God. Now that's unity.
You know what? That is greatness.
Isn't it?
I can't even find
That's
the
a
picture.
Wheaties box if I've ever seen one. McDonald's is going to make a promotion out of that. They're just going to be like, now, this summer, Tokyo 2021, Big Macs, do-rags.
Well, speaking of world affairs.
Oh, God, here we go.
So we're recording this on a Tuesday.
All right, I'll do it. Okay. All right.
We're recording this on a Tuesday.
Tuesday, January 19th,
Yes.
2021.
Yep.
That is, here it is. I'll timestamp it. We're at 26:56 right now.
Yes. Okay. It is 9:14 p.m. as we're recording this. Okay. We are on the eve of a presidential election. Tomorrow at noon, Joseph R. Biden will take the oath of office.
Correct.
Now
this has been something that happens like forever.
Yeah,
like since the dawn of time.
Every 4 to 8 years.
Yep. Somebody gets the oath of office.
Yeah.
And becomes president of the United States.
Yes.
Officially. They begin their term.
Now, Zach began reading QAnon forums.
Now, to be fair, I was pushed.
Okay.
Now,
Your hand was forced.
I always read them.
Back was against the wall.
Yes, I've been reading them for years.
Okay.
But it was so outlandish that I'm like, this is fucking crazy. Like,
Okay.
I was like, this is legitimately the craziest shit I could ever imagine. And I know a lot of crazy people. A lot of my family's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, these guys are like really crazy.
Yeah. Now,
like
now
off their
listen.
meds. And
I have family that spouts off.
Yep, and
Some crazy shit. We all
Everybody
do.
does. We all do. We all have
We all do.
our hardcore Republican family who just is like, this is a fraud. Everything's fraudulent. Here's my thing. Okay, I had to rabbit hole because I kind of knew where we were heading. Because I was like, all right, it's almost Inauguration Day. And then I started thinking about it. I was like, it's on January 20th. And then 2020, I said, I'm not going to do a number 23 thing because it doesn't work. I tried to make it work, but I was like, January 20th on the 20th day of the month. But you know what I mean. So I was like, I can't make 2020 equal. I tried to.
The number
I tried to.
23. It all comes back to the number 23.
It all comes back to the number 23. I tried to I had a whiteboard and I had just a bunch of like red ribbon just like attaching to all the different things.
2012.
2012.
1 plus 2 is 23. 2000.
When I was watching that movie, I was just like, yeah, I could do math too. Like,
yeah. It all comes back
all that is
to 23.
Yeah, all that is basically take a beautiful mind and then just add anxiety. Like that's the number 23. It's just like, oh, cool. Like I also can do math quickly, but also can bring it back to some sort of like, old Mayan calendar.
We're only in parking spot number 5. 2 plus 3 is 5.
5.
2, 3, 23.
That's basically the entire movie. Just imagine heightened anxiety equals a beautiful mind.
Yeah.
The number 23. So, anywho, I have to go deep into these forums because I'm like, what? Because everything that's being reported is so like reportedly insane. So I was like, there has to be logic. There has to be something.
Okay.
Somebody has to have like a thought that is not so asinine that I can get behind.
Okay.
I found some.
Okay.
I found a couple.
Okay.
Okay. Here's one. I found an article that first started with the what they considered to be the Maine earthquake. Now you heard. Now this started in, I think it was December 13th. So there was a small earthquake that was recorded off the coast of Maine. Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm not exactly sure.
Okay.
Not a lot of evidence to where exactly that is. The earthquake in Maine essentially said that there was, I believe it was a 3.5 on the Richter scale. Not a big hurricane, not like a California 6, but like a good enough hurricane to read and shake somebody's walls a little bit.
Okay.
Did I say hurricane? Earthquake. Earthquake. What these forums, now mainly this is coming from Qs and it's coming from deep state believers. Okay, so it's a lot of deep state, it's a lot of QAnon basically into this vicious cocktail.
Yeah.
What they're reporting is that 35,000 Chinese soldiers had boots on the ground coming from the coast of Canada, coming in through Maine, and they had their plan thwarted
in northern Maine.
By an explosion of bunker bombs that were already set up by American troops and military.
Okay.
That explosion, which then caused a 3.5 on the Richter scale earthquake, based on the amount of explosives that were used.
Okay.
Now, seems a little crazy. Not a lot of smoke, not a lot of mirrors, not just smoke in general. There wasn't anything reported directly. I feel like if you hear an explosion, it's like if a tree falls in the forest, do you hear it?
Yeah. Well,
Kinda.
Okay. Here's where they get by.
Okay.
Northern Maine, there's really nothing up there. So,
Okay.
could it have been an earthquake?
Sure.
Could it have been an act of war?
Could have been.
If no one reported on it, we wouldn't know.
Exactly. That's the thing, is we don't know.
However, Yana,
Yeah.
for this to not be reported at all, that would mean that everybody would have had to die. And nobody would have been around to see anything at all. Not a single nothing. Now, northern Maine. There's no cell towers in northern Maine. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
There are no cell towers. So this is where they're kind of playing to a...
I also misrepresented this story. 50,000.
50,000. Okay.
50,000
This is where
Chinese soldiers were bombed and killed in Maine, which was listed as an earthquake.
Okay. So this is where they play to a plausible deniability, where could it have been this? Sure. Could it have been an earthquake? Sure. And the reason why is because there is nothing in northern Maine. There's literally nothing up there. It is the wild. It is probably one of the last pieces of the contiguous United States that hasn't been settled. Nobody lives up there. By the way, we actually dispute our land with Canada up there.
Yeah.
Did you know that? Like, we don't, like, we're, like, the border, the U.S.-Canadian border in northern Maine.
Yeah, it's kind of
still disputed.
It's kind of it's kind of a gray area.
It's kind of gray, yeah. So none of it's been...
Yeah.
It's kind of roughly mapped out, but not really.
Yeah.
If you're really in northern Maine, it's kind of gray. Are you in the U.S.? Are you in Canada? There's no cell towers. Nobody lives up there. It's all unsettled forest.
Okay. So here's the story. All right, basically. So this was reported that 50,000 Chinese soldiers were bombed and killed in Maine, which was listed as an earthquake. Then an F-16 was taken down in Michigan.
Okay.
3 aircraft carriers, battle groups deployed to the West Coast, and 2 aircraft carrier...
Hold on, you're jumping here.
Sorry.
An F-16 went down in Michigan.
Was taken down in Michigan. That's the next part of the story.
Okay. I'm Googling.
Okay.
F-16.
Yep.
Michigan.
Shot down Michigan. Okay.
Okay.
Your Twitter fingers are up. Nothing reported? Nothing there?
No, CNN did. December 11th.
Okay.
Okay. Officials find pilot's body after an F-16 military plane crashed in Michigan. Let's see. A pilot who died in a military plane crash in Michigan Upper Peninsula has been identified as Okay, crashed around 8 p.m. in a routine training mission with just a pilot on board.
Okay.
Okay, so it said it was just a training accident.
Yeah, it said it was taken down in Michigan. Okay.
Cause of the crash still unknown, under investigation.
Okay, still unknown.
Okay.
So
No. In their defense, this was posted December 11th
Okay.
by CNN.
Okay. This story was on the evening of December 10th.
Okay. So, and that was CNN basically saying, hey, there was a military plane crash in Michigan. It was a routine training exercise. He crashed. That means that.
Here we go.
Now, keep in mind, training accidents do happen
They do
in the
happen,
military.
of course.
And sometimes they are deadly.
Yeah, these guys are practicing.
Yeah, well, you're flying
Sometimes
a fucking
surgeons
plane.
suck at surgery. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
I know. Three
Oops,
aircraft.
there's an artery.
Yeah.
All right.
Ah, shit, he's bleeding a lot. Fuck. This is not the operation board that I used as a kid.
Get the sham wow.
I thought when I hit the heart, it was supposed to shock. 3 aircraft carrier battle groups deployed on the West Coast and 2 aircraft carrier battle groups deployed on the East Coast in, quote, position to shoot down incoming nuclear missiles. This is what's being reported.
Okay.
The Chinese and Russian Navy are now positioned for a quick move to position from which they could quickly attack the United States of America.
Okay. Now, does this have to do with Michigan still?
No, this is we're moving on.
Okay.
Now, this is just based on positioning coordinates that this person has seen.
Okay. Question.
Answer.
Okay.
I think. I'm not going to sit here and pretend I'm an expert on this stuff.
China was very... Do you want to answer that?
Yeah, let's pause for a second.
Okay. All right, we're back.
Sorry, I had to answer that. It was a very important phone call from my informant. So
Okay.
he had some stuff to say.
Anyway, before I said China, but I meant to say Russia.
Yeah, he actually threw a 300 quote at me when he hung up the phone.
Now, a lot of this is deep state. A lot of this is QAnon stuff.
It's basically a mixed bag.
So, Trump was very buddy-buddy with Russia. And you said that Russia was one of the ones that was going
Apparently,
to attack
Russia
us.
won him the election based on what the lamestream media is reporting.
Okay, lamestream media, yeah. So does that mean that Russia is angry with us that Trump didn't get back in?
I believe that's what it is. So Russia is a part of this deep state that is essentially saying, like, if you don't put him in power, we're going to destroy your country.
Okay.
Death to America.
Death to America.
Yep.
On the Russian side.
On the Russian side.
However, wasn't the right wing like okay with us getting along with Russia?
For the most part.
At least Trump?
Yeah. Yeah.
So does that mean
we had to, because, I mean, there was a lot of axes and allies going on there. So.
Okay. So does that mean that the right wing was actually afraid of Russia if we didn't get along with them?
Probably, yeah.
Does that mean that America's weak in the eyes of the Russian bear?
Could be.
So that means that they're admitting that in a way we're pussy because we're afraid of another country?
Yeah, the country that spends the most in military spending year after year after year.
And we're afraid of Vladimir Putin. I mean, listen, Putin's a stud.
I mean, look at him. Did you see those fucking deltoids, man?
I saw that picture of
Disgusting.
him riding a shirt.
Yeah.
Oh, riding a horse, shirtless.
You wanted
that's wine.
You wanted to say riding a shirt horseless.
Yeah, riding a shirt horseless. Yeah.
Could you imagine?
I've seen Vladimir Putin fight a bear.
Imagine him riding a Wine Boys t-shirt that you can buy at teespring.com/stores/the Wine Boys on like a magic carpet in Aladdin, just going around and he's singing "I Can Show You the World." Like,
Speaking of the song "A Whole New World,"
yeah,
it's actually about doing anal sex for the first time. Think about it.
I would say heard it.
Yeah.
Thought about it. Think you're right.
Yep. Okay.
That's another conspiracy theory for another day. Not anal sex tonight. We're talking about death to America. Now,
okay.
Here it is. So this is from a computer radio show.
Okay.
Apparently, this information was too dangerous, and the government took it down.
Wait, you mean a podcast?
Sure. It says
a computer radio
the government
show.
cut this show on computers and telephone radio, which was listened to because it became, quote, too dangerous.
Okay.
And only the backup channel would work for the moment.
Okay.
I think it's just called a podcast.
Typically when people say a computer radio show.
Yeah, computer radio show or podcast.
Speaking of podcasts.
That's really going after the boomer community. That's just like, what's a podcast? Don't you mean one of those computer radio shows?
Exactly.
One of those teletalk shows?
Teletalk, yeah.
Where do I donate to the cause?
Yeah. How do I get the internet?
Let's be honest, the old people love conspiracy and they love being worried. Yeah. I mean, but that's the thing is they grew up in a Vietnam War era, so they're just like, oh man, am I going to have to go to Nam? And you're just like, surely you don't have to go. Your husband has to go. You're fine. You stay home and take care of the kid. He's going to get napalmed. Everything's fine.
Everything's fine.
Everything's fine.
Everything's fine.
Okay, remember the Ted offensive? Yeah, Ted's dead now, so it's fine. It's fine. Take care of the kid. He's got a single mom. Take care of the kid. Now,
okay.
That's how it's going to work.
So what's next in these conspiracy theories?
Here we go.
There's a lot of questions
over the past 4 days. Okay, since this massive explosion, there's been a massive amount of troops, equipment, and supplies within the continental U.S. Today, Tuesday the 10th of December, the U.S. Navy is positioning aircraft carriers and their strike groups off both the U.S. East and West coasts. Like I was saying before.
Yep.
It appears that they are preparing to defend ourselves from an invasion. Then it just says, China? ?
Okay. What proof does this guy have?
Coordinates.
What are his coordinates?
Late Saturday, no fewer than 25 C-17 aircrafts were in the skies over the USA, carrying troops and equipment from around the nation, all going to Nellis Air Force Base.
Where is Nellis Air Force Base?
I believe that is in Florida? Las Vegas. Just outside of Vegas. It's in Nevada. Nellis is in Nevada. Okay. Also, late Saturday, there was no fewer, and mind you, catch the phrasing, no fewer, so basically hyperbole here, or not hyperbole, but a guess, if you will.
Okay.
No fewer than 12 C-130 aircrafts. Those are the big boys.
Yeah.
C-130 aircrafts were also on the move and also all heading to Nellis Air Force Base.
Okay. My question is, where is this guy's source coming from that this is happening?
It just shows maps, and there's a story that he has attached, which also comes from one of those gosh dang computer internet shows.
Okay. But there's no actual...
Oh, there's a paywall. Interesting.
So there's a paywall.
Interesting. Can't get the content until I pay for it.
Okay.
Interesting.
Okay.
Seems like a cash grab.
But is it sending you to a legitimate journalism outlet?
Do you know who that guy is?
I've never heard of this.
Yeah, I don't know who that guy is either.
No. But this is, and of course, if it does send you to a legitimate news source, they'll say, nope, it's a mainstream media. You can't trust it.
This is all, you got to pay for this stuff.
Okay.
Beginning to think this is some sort of Amazon. Some sort of Ponzi scheme? Pyramid scheme, perhaps?
Okay.
If we induce fear at the top, we just make it go to the next person, all the way down to the bottom. If it was a chessboard, you'd be a pawn. If you were a pawn, you'd be a
Pawn's lost.
Okay. Anywho, so he cites a map, shows us where Nellis Air Force Base is. Thanks for that. On Sunday, locals on and around Nellis reported the base was swarming. These are the quotes. Swarming with soldiers and Marines. They also reported seeing a vast array of land fighting vehicles coming out of cargo aircrafts.
Okay.
Now, locals.
But also, here's where this gets weird, right? Nobody else is saying that this happened. So this guy has an exclusive.
Curious if it's just a guy I'm curious if it's just a guy with a flip camera who's just like, look at all these planes and trucks on an Air Force base. or on a I don't even know what Nellis is. I'm assuming it's just an academy. But he's just like, look at all these trucks. They're loading them on a base where they store stuff.
Now here's where. Where are the sources?
There's no sources.
There's no sources.
Listen,
there's no video,
you're not seeing it. God, stop putting the blinders on. Now listen. It was reported on Sunday, and they land fighting vehicles coming off. Okay, now here we go. Naval deployments. Big bold letters. Naval deployments. This morning, according to... Okay, now here we go. We got a source here. According to the U.S. Naval Institute.
Okay.
Okay, that's a credible source.
Okay.
The Navy has deployed 3 aircraft carriers plus a landing helicopter dock off the U.S. West Coast. 2 of the aircraft carriers and their strike groups plus another LHD off of the U.S. East Coast.
Okay.
Okay, so
No, that's them quoting. Where's the actual source? Where's the actual article that comes from?
there's no article.
Oh, there's no.
Yep, there's
Okay.
nothing. Okay. Off of the West Coast, there is this USS Carl Vinson, which I've actually heard of.
Okay.
Which is in the Pacific, not at the port. It's out in the sea.
It's out in the sea. Okay.
Along the Oregon and Washington border is the USS Essex, the LHD, off the coast of San Francisco.
Okay.
And the USS Theodore Roosevelt, which is its strike group, which is off the coast of Los Angeles.
Okay.
Okay? Off the East Coast, there's the USS Dwight Eisenhower, which is off the coast of Connecticut, the USS Gerald Ford, which is off the coast of New Jersey, and the USS Iwo Jima, which is off the coast of South Carolina. The map below lays out all of the coordinates. Okay? Here's your coordinates.
Okay.
Okay? See that?
Just a map?
Just a map. Just a map with some dots.
Shows you where these boats are.
That's where they are. They're ready to go.
Okay. Now.
They're in all of the major places that you would think would be an attack.
Okay.
New York seaports, or eastern seaports, western seaports.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
All right, you following me? You're starting to believe me now, right?
I see.
I thought so. Now,
I see.
given these new naval developments and the very large sudden movement of troops into Nellis Air Force Base, one gets the impression that the United States is preparing to defend its homeland versus an actual invasion.
Okay.
And then it says in the article, hint, this may actually be the case.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
So now what's that do? Sets the tone.
It's
makes
setting
you
the tone.
worried.
Yep.
Makes you think.
This may be the case.
Maybe the case. Word in intelligence circles, no source, says that if the Supreme Court voids any or all, here it comes. You ready?
Oh.
You ready? You ready to get some hard fucking Q up in you?
Yeah. I'm ready to get some hard Q.
Oh, you ready to get some
hard I'm ready
you ready
for
to get
some truth,
You ready to
brother.
get some security
Come on,
clearance?
Patriots.
Yeah, you ready to get some security clearance?
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah, clearance me, daddy.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Yeah, clearance me.
Feed
so
me that
fucking
clearance.
hard.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
Yeah. Clearance the shit out of me.
Supreme Court.
Spit in my mouth.
Would
What?
you let me finish?
Oh, I'm sorry. We
God,
got
you're
a
so
little
selfish.
too wrapped up in the moment.
Ready for that clearance? Tell me you're not going to do that to your wife. You're going to. Don't lie. Yeah. She'd be like,
Nasty.
what the fuck are you
Spit in my
saying?
mouth. Yeah.
Why do you keep calling
Give
me?
a strong Q. Yeah.
Why do you
come
keep
on.
telling me that you need me to void your security clearance?
Cue me, mama. Cue me, mama.
Word in intelligence circles says that if the Supreme Court voids any or all of the November 3rd election due to massive fraud and violations of the U.S. Constitution, with changes to election laws, the lawless extension of voting for weeks is in violation of, here we go,
Okay.
something he read out of a book, of 3 USC 1 and 2, which is the United States Constitution.
Okay.
I know acronyms. The Democrats are planning on asking the United Nations to invade to dispose Trump as a dictator.
Okay.
Can you turn off the hum?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
My
sorry.
mistake.
It's okay.
Okay. Now, here's where there's some holes here, okay? There's video of Trump having his aides pack up the moving van.
Okay.
They're leaving.
What do you mean?
I mean, like, there's literally video on YouTube of the moving
Like
van.
he's just going to go? Even though he won the election?
Yeah. He's leaving.
Really?
He even said
Why would he leave? Where do you think he's going? Boca?
Probably.
Trump? Can't call it Trump National Golf Course anymore.
Many
right?
properties around the world.
Yeah. Or, I mean, he's probably going to the bunker because he knows what's going to happen.
He might be going to the bunker. Or do you think Trump is going to pull Jordan Belfort at the end of Wolf of Wall Street?
Just start throwing fun coupons at people.
Yeah, just fucking making a speech in front of Stratton Oakmont. I'm not leaving.
He's gonna do that, or
Everybody
he's gonna
starts cheering.
or he's gonna crash his car into like the back end of his driveway
Like
with his kid in the car, all coked up.
Yeah, like 10 a.m., a couple hours before the inauguration. He just comes, I'm not leaving. He throws his Rolex into the crowd.
The thing is, though, is that I think he's so old and run down that I don't think he has enough energy to yell that loud. Like, I feel like he's gonna do that and then he's gonna have a heart attack.
They stole this election.
Yeah.
They want me to leave.
They want me to leave.
I'm not going anywhere.
Yes, I'll stay on my own recognizance. Recognizance.
Now, so they're saying essentially that unless Trump is reinstated as president.
The Democrats are planning on asking the United Nations to invade to dispose Trump as a, quote, dictator.
Okay, here's another question, right?
Yes.
The United States is supposed to be the most powerful nation in the world.
Yep.
Military-wise, right?
Well, yeah. We
and
literally spend all of our money on it.
Yeah, all of it.
All of it.
Okay.
The only money that's left is for, like, Jeff Bezos.
Wouldn't you think?
Could you imagine the guy I get my toilet paper from and then military spending? Those are the top two.
He's Iron Man. All right, let's be real. He's Iron Man.
I think he's making weapons. That's another. Yeah. That's one of my conspiracy theories. I think Bezos is like, listen, did you see what I did? I can give you toilet paper for pennies on the dollar. I can make a nuke.
Yeah. Well, you know, there's like a prime rocket service. Like they have like a rocket making program, but they disguise it as like in the name of faster deliveries.
What if?
In the name of logistics, we're making rockets.
What if they create the prime rocket? And it has the big ass blue Prime logo on the side. And when it's flying towards the country that's just trying to fuck with us, they're just like, oh, Amazon Prime.
It's in the name of logistics. You know, we're going to get our packages a lot faster.
And just
slams into the side of a Capitol building.
Just to stick it to whatever country is going to fuck with us, just packages of Amazon come flying out of the exploding missile. Like just fucking packages of just bullshit $5 stuff they try to sell you at the end of your Amazon transaction.
Yeah, just fucking headphone
just teddy
splitters.
Bears, fucking
keychains,
really shitty headphones where the wires always get tangled. Yeah, just everything that sucks.
Cheap, shitty Bluetooth speakers.
I got this on Amazon for $4, and it's like, cool, man, your country's gone.
Wine stoppers in the shape of a cow.
Just shit,
bullshit. Yeah,
just stuff that you don't need. That Amazon's just like. I mean, it's $3.
Come on, man.
Come on.
Oh, shit, I'm just bumping another earthquake. Another earthquake.
Yeah, my stock holdings are getting a little high. You need to go ahead and buy those AA batteries.
So,
For Christ's sake.
So, we left off. The Democratic Party wants to have the UN dispose of Trump as a dictator.
This is a month ago, this story.
Except for the part where the UN doesn't have an army.
They don't.
And the U.S. spends more money in military spending than any other country in the world.
I think the next 3 countries combined.
Probably 5.
Maybe it's more. It might be more now.
Yeah.
It probably is more now.
Okay. We spend a fuckload of money on military spending.
I mean...
More than anybody.
It's just a big dick flex. That's really all it is. They're just like...
Big old cockers.
They're just like, what do you guys... You guys are trying to come here?
Uh-huh.
Are you sure?
The United States is a large black man with a Timberland boot on the foot of the necks of the small, frail white woman while fucking her from behind of the world. Okay? This is what we are.
I think it's probably the best analogy I've ever heard.
In terms of military spending, that's what we are.
In terms of military, let's
military
bring it back down to
spending
earth.
and COVID deaths, that's what we are. Okay?
400,000 now.
Cha-ching. So
hold on. Oh, let me get Pfizer on the line. Pfizer? Yeah, 400,000. Dead? Absolutely. Well, we'll get all those vaccines out immediately. Immediately. Can we just look at it for what it is? It is a fucking cash grab for the pharmaceutical company. We knew this. Mm-hmm. We knew this. When Moderna, Pfizer, and who's the other guy? Who's the other pharmaceutical company? The other one.
The big, AstraZeneca?
AstraZeneca, thank you. Okay. The other big guy. They just create vaccines like nothing. It's like they already had them fucking got. Like they already figured them out. They're just like, COVID happens in January. Mm-hmm. Starts trickling, gets out of control by March, and then it's still out of control. By April, you have Pfizer Corp sitting in their office, their big leather chairs, being like, we already got a vaccine. Is it too early to push to market? It's just like, we should probably wait for a lot more people to die. It's just like, it's probably a good idea. I honestly think that, what is that noise?
What noise?
I got a humming in my ear. It's okay. It's the tumor. Yeah. I
don't know. You're speaking some radical truths right now.
I know.
I don't know. You're on fire. But
I feel like
back
I'm on
to
fire
this,
right now. I'm like NBA Jam right now.
Yeah, I see. You're just like rabbit hole. You have a map in your house with like a lot of.
I have a lot of red
string.
thread. Yeah, red thread that's just tied to thumbtacks.
Yeah,
in my
just
room,
circled around, and you know, like this is the Greek.
What's going to happen tomorrow? I can't. Hold on. There's something buzzing in my ear.
Make the dick.
Can you pause it for a second?
Yeah. All right.
Does that always happen?
So where were we?
Do I have an injury?
I think so.
Have I read too much?
I think some.
Is there
going
to be guys in a black van that are going to throw me in there and they'll be like, they're going to Edward Snowden me back to Russia?
They've activated your chip. They know where you are. They're on the way.
Dude, let's be honest.
They're coming.
Anybody that doesn't think that anybody knows where you are right now, they fucking know where you are right now.
What I think is funny, though, are the people that talk about how the COVID vaccine actually has a microchip in it so they can track where you are at any time.
They already know.
Yeah, you got a fucking cell phone.
Dude, you got a cell phone with GPS coordinates that you never turn off because it's a nuisance to turn it off.
Oh, yeah, because you want to be able to use your GPS at any time. Because where's the closest pizza restaurant?
Exactly. When you go into your Google search, yeah, exactly. Everybody knows what you want, what you like. They know everything.
And a prime example of them knowing where you are at all times was the riots at the Capitol.
Yeah.
The FBI is still rounding up people from that day. How do they know where all these people are? As they've gone back to their various corners of the country. It's because...
It seems so simple.
It's because the U.S. Capitol has a fucking cell tower in it. They know who's in that building at all times. All they have to do is just take a snapshot of who is in the building at, 2 p.m. on January 6th, 2021. Exclude the employees. There you have it. We got you all.
Yeah.
All right. We're going to look through all your social media. By the way, you look at Parler, for example. Parler was not a very sophisticated social media platform.
No.
I know a lot of people, it's more secure. No, it wasn't.
No, it was not at all secure.
Dude, Parler had a fucking hack, and the people that hacked Parler were able to get like 70 terabytes of info.
Which is a lot.
Which I'd put it this way, on a small social media platform, that's probably everything.
Yeah.
Okay? Also, Parler doesn't wipe the metadata from your photos. So for the uninitiated boys, metadata in a photo is essentially when you take a photo and then you hit details, it'll tell you the time the photo was taken, the date the photo was taken,
it's like a time,
where the photo was taken,
stamps,
if your locations are on, which, like we said before,
let's be honest,
everybody keeps those on.
Yeah.
Okay? It tells you all of the information.
I need everybody to know what body of water this is.
Okay? People were posting that shit on Parler. People were taking videos, putting them on Instagram Live, Facebook Live. They were putting videos on Twitter, pictures on Twitter. Like,
that's where I got most of my information on that day. I was just going through Twitter. I was just like, there's a lot of fucking pictures.
They all snitched on themselves.
Yeah.
And what I thought was even funnier, and I think I said this last episode, some people were trying to say, it wasn't the Trump supporters that did this. It was Antifa. They were posing as Trump supporters. Nah, boo. They all snitched on themselves.
Yep.
So,
well, let's get back to this. So
get back to your rabbit hole.
This isn't a rabbit hole. This is a fucking fact. Now, there is also word within the intelligence circles that the states of California, Oregon, and Washington, plus New York, gotta toss someone in there, might actually try to secede from the union if Trump gets 4 more years. But he didn't.
What? Get 4 more years.
And may need to be forcibly brought back under U.S. control, the same way the renegade... here we go, Civil War. The same way that the renegade southern states were handled back in the 1860s Civil War. All right, here's a note. It would gladden my... Okay, this is an editor note. It would gladden my heart to see the U.S. military bombing egomaniac Governor Andrew Cuomo and filthy commie New York State Mayor Bill de Blasio back into the Union.
Filthy commie.
Or to kingdom come. Now, before we keep going, I got to get my 2 cents out.
Okay.
Not a big Bill de Blasio fan. Nobody really should be.
Yeah.
Nah, I don't like the scope of Cuomo and Bill de Blasio's look. I think they look at it from a very, very clouded lens. I think they basically just go, where's the place that I think most people are going to get the disease? Let's close that. When they really should look at it from the actual data. Because when they close all the restaurants in New York City, they are putting so many people's lives at risk from poverty, because they're going to have to like foreclose on their homes. They're going to have to close their businesses. When they do, but the transmission rates are minute. Like we're talking 1.4% of the total amount. Like it
honestly, most of it is coming from in-person gatherings in people's homes.
Yeah. So if you let them go to restaurants, they can gather in smaller units. 4 or less. I think it's 6 or less in some parts of the state.
Yeah.
And just let them have a fucking meal together.
And I get the point. I get the point. But I think
I get
honestly,
the point, but it puts so many businesses at risk. That's the problem I have.
I think blaming New York City mayor, New York state governor for a national failure is short-sighted.
No, I don't think it's directly their fault, but I think having them make those key decisions is it's not their job title. They're not they shouldn't have to make those decisions. And however, put in a corner, they think in a most radical way. Because I think that's all they have to do. They're like, we don't fucking know what to do.
No, and that's the thing is, there's no playbook for it. Well, there should be a playbook. But it should be conducted on a federal level. Yeah. Federal government failed to act. The states and local municipalities had to kind of pick up the slack.
Yep.
And they made some unpopular decisions. And honestly, they hurt their populace economically. However, it never should have been up to New York State or New York City to make these decisions.
I agree with that.
Or even, hell, where we live, County Executive Ryan McMahon to make these decisions. It should have been the federal government making these decisions as to what to do.
Yeah,
honestly,
I have no pushback on that. I just don't like the lens they're looking from. Like I don't feel like I feel like they could now, given the circumstances, they kind of knew the ball was in their court, and I feel like they could have done a little better. I really think they could have.
And also, context is key here. In the very beginning, remember that initial lockdown back in March, right? New York State was hit the hardest.
By far.
Right out the gate. Like it was actually a lot of the states that it was Oregon, it was Washington initially, it made its way to New York, which is really the largest populated city.
It's most densely populated city.
It's the most densely populated
in the world,
area.
or besides
not in the world, but in the United States.
Yeah. What was the other city? Was it Tokyo? Is that the most densely populated city?
No, New York is like But New York is a little further down. They're not even. I don't even know if they're top 10 anymore. New York's not the most.
There's a place in Indonesia.
I think 5 of the most densely populated cities in the world are like China or some shit like that. Like,
oh, really?
Yep.
Well, we're bringing it back.
Well, they got over 1 billion people.
Let's say most densely populated cities.
New York City is not. They might have squeaked in top 10, maybe.
Okay, here we go. Most densely populated cities. So there's. That's a lot of people. Shit.
Yeah.
Hold on.
And we're not in New York City is not one of the biggest cities in the world either.
Yep. So the most densely populated cities in the world are Dhaka, Bangladesh. Mm-hmm. They have 44,000 people per kilometer per square kilometer. 44,000. That's a lot of people.
That's a lot of fucking people.
Mumbai, India.
Okay.
32,300. Hong Kong. 25,700. Surat, India, which makes sense. And then it's a lot of Indian. What the hell's the other name of that? Ahmedabad.
Okay.
Is that how you say it?
Gesundheit.
Thank you. Yeah. And then there's Congo.
Okay.
As well. Plus, Bogota, Colombia.
Oh, Bogota.
Bogota, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Home of my compatriot.
Wow. So where is
and then Egypt.
So where is New York fall in that? I know they're further down the list. New York is crowded, but it's not.
Yeah, I'm trying to see. Let's see. Wow, they are
far down the list.
Yeah, they're not even in the top 15.
Yeah,
not even in the top 20.
Yeah.
All right, shit.
But it is the most densely populated city in the country.
Yeah, here we go. List of United States most densely populated. Okay, let's see.
And I would say densely populated cities in the U.S., I would say...
So, now this is just based on population, incorporated places.
Yeah.
So, it's actually a lot of places in New Jersey, like Hoboken, Union City, West New York, and was it, how you say, Gutenberg?
I think so, yeah.
And then you have California, Maywood, which is like just to the south of Los Angeles.
Okay.
So,
And then I'm sure they got places in there like Boston and
Somerville,
Chicago.
Yep, just outside of Boston.
Yeah.
Irvington, which is just outside of which is in New Jersey, San Francisco.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Los Angeles and New York City.
But New York City is the most densely populated city, which makes sense because it's also a very international city. You have people from all over the world coming to New York. Couple that with an extremely dense population, it's a perfect storm. So I can understand why Cuomo and de Blasio took such a heavy-handed reaction was because of what happened here in March. You know, how quickly it really flew through New York City and how they were like, we can't let this happen again. So they've taken a very heavy-handed approach, and economically it's affected the city. And let's be honest, the state is broke right now. So I get it.
Yeah. Okay. So where were we? Okay. Okay, just things. China and Russia are deploying their naval assets in such a way that the transit to the United States would not take long. China is positioning out in the Pacific.
Okay.
China is in the Pacific. Just this morning, the British revealed they have been tracking, quote, the entire Russian northern fleet off the British coast this month as the Russians head out to the North Atlantic for what he's saying is something.
Okay.
One possibility is they are heading towards the Mediterranean to deal with Syria and perhaps Turkey. Okay. But if they are not going to the Mediterranean, what if they're positioning out in the Atlantic to arrive as requested along the U.S. East Coast?
Ooh, what if?
There's my...
What if?
Finally, I've been waiting for these fucking what ifs.
Okay.
It sounds corny. It does. That's not what it says. It sounds corny, but we won't know until we know.
Okay.
But this will only be in a few days. So this was December 10th.
Oh.
It's January 19th now.
Oh my God.
So a few days have passed.
Okay.
Okay, and then this is what it says, and this is my favorite part of the article that really got my tits in a bundle.
Okay.
Stay tuned, folks. We're about to see history unfold.
Okay.
I should say we are seeing history unfold. As a precaution, we remind you that all firearms need cleaning and oiling. I'm not done.
Okay.
Especially if you haven't used them in a while. They collect dust, develop surface rust in the barrel. Now might be a good time to take them out, clean them, oil them, and make sure they are in pristine condition.
Okay.
Don't want any jamming or misfiring if we suddenly find ourselves having to shoot and kill invading foreign troops invited here by traitors.
Okay.
Who would also have to be shot and killed.
This deserves a little wine brought to you by Hazlitt.
Thank you. One more little side note from the author. It seems that China has been snapping up every barrel of oil it can get its hands on, far in excess of what is normally consumed, storing up because they intend to wage war, perhaps.
Okay.
And that's how the article ends.
Now, I see holes. Okay. If you notice, there's no sources.
There's a handful.
Okay.
I found the guy.
Okay.
Just looks like just a regular fucking white guy.
Yep.
I want him to look like pristine. Like I want him to look like Orson Welles, but like he doesn't.
Yeah.
He just looks like Jeff from accounting.
Yeah. All right.
That's what I actually could think of it as. Is I think it's just a guy that has a lot of time in his hands.
It has to be.
And he's just like, I'm just punching numbers. It's tax season.
So it sounds like a lot of these like deep state QAnon theories are really just like, well, what if it could be this, but it could be.
It is a lot of what ifs, but the thing is, though, is that they use such colorful language and such rhetorical pushes. Everything is about what if this could. They take the worst case scenario and they just keep feeding you, feeding you.
And it's doomer. It's always just...
Yep, they sew your asshole shut and feed you SpaghettiOs.
Yes, and they just keep saying, it could be this, but it could be this.
I could win the Mega Millions tonight. I could buy this podcast a yacht. 6 of them, in fact.
I could snap my leg falling down the stairs tonight. Like a twig.
Could get a penis enlargement surgery from Dr. Miami tomorrow.
$600.
$600.
All you.
Can I also get the French Montana painted on abs?
City boys, we up.
Shit.
Yeah.
Mount up.
Whew.
I'm excited.
I'm going to get my body done.
I think I'm going to get a bone dog, and then can I also get, I want the abs that, I'll keep the love handles, give me the abs. Mm-hmm. So love handles, abs. Can we do,
so
that's cool?
Can you make this into 8 inches?
So I'm working with a solid 6, maybe 6.5, depending on the country I'm in. Mm-hmm. And I'm looking for like a supple 8. Like I want it to show a little more when it grows. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So like when you water the plants, get a little more leaves.
I want a conservative penis enlargement surgery. Just 6 more centimeters. That's all I want.
I want something that when my pants come off, girls go, wasn't expecting that. That's kind of nice. They think I'm going to whip out a Crayola crayon, and what they get is a fucking meter stick. Bang!
They get a Crayola marker, the fat ones.
They get the chubby boy.
Yeah.
They thought they were getting this little fucking Crayola crayon. They get this big, one of those big Sharpies.
They get the toddler crayons.
What do they call those wide Sharpies? Like the double wide ones.
Oh,
just call them like the big one. Isn't it just called? Isn't it just called like the big one?
It's not the ultra fine. It's the coarse.
No.
I don't know what it's called.
Hold on. I'm just gonna go big Sharpie. That's all I'm gonna.
Yeah, the big thick one. The one that'll get you half. You smell it.
Oh, been there.
Yeah.
It's called the Magnum Sharpie.
Yeah, get the Magnum Sharpie.
Look at the size of this fucker.
Yeah,
that's a big boy.
Oh yeah. Give me the Nebuchadnezzar size.
Yeah. Right now I'm working with a fine-tipped Sharpie. I was wondering if you can give me the Magnum.
Yeah, that's all I want.
Yeah, I just want something that's respectable penis. Like that's what I'm looking for. Like right now, right now I have penis that's like hanging out in a hammock and relaxing. Like I want one that's like ready to jet ski at noon. Like that's what I'm looking for. He's always just pumped up and angry. Like he always wants to prove a point. Like
just ready.
Just ready to fucking go.
Yeah.
So
I'll take by the way, for the uninitiated boys, because this actually relates to wine in a way. So champagne bottles actually have names for just the size of the bottle itself, right?
Correct. They sure do.
So your typically 750 ml bottle is, and this also relates to penis sizes. Your typical 750 milliliter bottle is just called a bottle, right? That's typical. Then you got 2 sizes smaller than that. You got the demi, which is about half a bottle. Then you have the quarter bottle. But then you go up from there. You got the Magnum. And I believe the rest of these are like named after biblical kings.
They are.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
So you have the Magnum, which is 1.5 liters. The 3-liter bottles, the Jeroboam.
Oh my God.
Jeroboam. The Rehoboam.
The 3-liter bottles are like the ones the guy that wins like the Tour de France like gets one of those.
Then you have a Methuselah. That's a 6-liter bottle.
Oh my God.
Yep.
I've always wanted to drink a 6-liter bottle of champagne.
To the face, right?
Like I want to. When you win like a big event overseas, like if you win like an F1 event in Monte Carlo, you get one of those.
Yeah.
Or if you win the Tour de France, you basically win like feats of cycling and race car driving.
Yes.
And you get gigantic bottles of champagne.
Uncomfortably. Just you've been riding through the French Riviera for 8 days.
Jesus.
And then they give you the what is this? There's a Salamanzar, which is a 9-liter bottle. The Balthazar, 12 liters. Yeah. But Daddy wants that Nebuchadnezzar size bottle.
You want to flex 15. You want to flex hard on the everyman. Mm-hmm. Get good at understanding Formula One.
Yes.
Start naming drivers and like the vehicles that they drive. Bone dog, like
Bona.
You won't be able to get out of your house. You'll be so hard.
Jesus.
Just be like, I don't know what to do. The door keeps getting in the way.
I'm just looking at like the size of these, just how big they get.
Yeah, absurd.
I just love the names though. They're named after biblical kings.
I have to
fucking
pee
sickest.
Really bad.
You gotta pee?
Yeah.
Come on, boy.
I mean, this Riesling's going right through me. White wines always go through me.
Yeah.
All right, let's do a quick pause.
Okay.
We have to
again.
We have to decompress.
Okay. We're back.
We had our
bladder, baby bladder. It's empty.
Yeah, for now.
Okay.
Keep pumping my my body full of this dry Riesling. So
yeah. So we were just talking about football.
Little. Yeah.
What are your
sports segment?
Sports. What are your predictions, because at this point it looks like it. Well, it is the NFC Championship.
At the time of recording, we are now into championship weekend for the NFL. So we got the AFC and the NFC.
Yep.
So the AFC side is the Kansas City Chiefs. You may have heard of them. They won the Super Bowl last year.
Yep.
They got a guy named Patrick Mahomes, Kermit the Frog here.
No, suspiciously, shouldn't he be out because
now,
of...
I know what you're going to say, and you're right. Now, the problem is the Chiefs need him.
Concussion protocol be damned.
Concussion protocol be damned. See, I think I have a concussion. Concussion protocol be damned.
You've been drinking this dry Riesling. That's
Patrick is going to play on Sunday. If Patrick don't play on Sunday, Chad Henne's going to play on Sunday. And I saw him throw a handful of passes in that game, and they weren't good. He threw one that was like I looked like he was trying to throw it away, and he just was like, I don't have a great arm, and he just like threw it as far as he could. It just hit the only Cleveland defender that was playing deep on the play.
Yeah,
and I was like, oh wow, there's nobody within 20 yards of that except for one Cleveland defender that was wide fucking open. So the speculation. So other team, Kansas City is playing the Buffalo Bills. Now, the Buffalo Bills have not been to an AFC Championship game since 1994. We were 4 years old the last time that happened. The great Jim Kelly, who survived cancer, I think 42 times now.
Yep.
He is what to Buffalo as what Tom Brady was to New England. Except no championships. And
in New England won a lot.
New England won 6. One for the thumb. Then you have one for the thumb. Then you have Kansas City, who's in a bit of a pickle right now. So what happened is Mahomes went out about early part of the fourth quarter. It's about 8. I think there's about 8.5 minutes left still to go in the game.
Yep.
He got what I can only describe as a Chuck Liddell rear naked choke to the point of passing out. Now he got tackled high, and it wasn't a vicious hit. It actually looked like when he came in with a wrap up, he just kind of, instead of wrapping up in his shoulders, he wrapped up around his neck.
Yeah.
And then when he wrapped up around his neck, the sheer, torque of him getting pulled to the ground by a 240-pound man running at full speed and peak athletic condition. In peak athletic condition.
This is an athletic 240.
Wearing pads that are essentially a weight vest. And he takes him down by his neck, and then Patrick gets up, and he doesn't have a lot of oxygen in his brain because he almost just got killed. Yeah. Could you imagine Kermit the Frog losing all the oxygen out of his brain, and he's just kind of stumbling around with his gangly green legs. And he's just like, hey, guys, I can't see good. That's what happened. And so Patrick, started walking as if, I'm fine. And then it was he did the whole knee buckle thing. And I was like, that looks like... I've seen that face before. And that face is a concussion face.
Yeah.
So they took him to the sidelines. They evaluated him. He was diagnosed with a concussion. No shit. Yeah. When oxygen leaves the brain for that amount of time, it's going to swell.
Yeah.
So he got knocked the fuck out. Chad Henne comes in. Now, Chad Henne, for the uninitiated boys who've not watched the NFL since probably 2005, Chad Henne's been in the league for a long time.
Yep.
14 seasons?
He's getting a check,
35 years old.
Uh-huh.
Imagine backing up Patrick Mahomes, who is worth $500 million.
Yeah.
He's just sitting there being like, right now, I got to go in. I got 8 minutes left.
Fourth quarter.
We're leading, but we're giving the ball.
I just have to not lose to Cleveland.
I just have to not lose to Cleveland. And within the first 10 minutes, he's just like, I'm going to throw the ball downfield and see what happens. He starts playing.
I'm going to dust off the old arm here.
I'm going to dust off the old arm. He essentially starts playing pickup football during a professional football game. And he's just like, I'm going to huck it 50 yards. See what happens.
Fuck it.
What, Tyreek's down there somewhere?
Yeah.
Just fucking tosses it to nobody in particular. Cleveland picks it up. So the thing is, though, is that now that gives hope to Cleveland. And I'm sitting there, Baker Mayfield fucking hiking my jeans up, doing my Baker Mayfield strut, just being like, "Oh shit!"
Stroking the stash.
Fucking Baker is going to win up. Is going to play the Buffalo Bills. That's what's playing in my head right now. Is going to play the Buffalo Bills in the AFC Championship game. Literally the greatest thing to happen to me. Probably.
What fucking world are we living in if that happens?
It didn't.
Yeah.
We would have lived in a Chinese occupied dictatorship is what would happen.
So Baker Mayfield wins this playoff game.
And they should have.
China occupies the U.S. on Inauguration Day.
Yeah, it's just
that's the
world
the butterfly effect.
That's
how it works.
That's just how it works. The
You
number
saw that
23.
shitty Ashton Kutcher movie.
I did.
how the
I saw it
world
in the
works.
theater.
Yeah.
I need my $10 back.
Yeah, there were titties in it, so you
There
know.
was, yeah. A lot of those movies, a lot of those conspiracy movies.
Yeah, they showed titties.
They showed a lot of titties.
Yeah. I mean, I like it. I like seeing a good titty.
Everybody does.
When have you ever seen a titty and it didn't brighten your day?
I don't want to talk about it. And so,
I ain't even seeing a bad titty. It's kind of a good titty. All right.
what if it's related to you? Yeah, it's weird now, right? Weird
Okay.
now, right?
Touche.
Mom! I didn't know you were in the bathroom. Jesus Christ.
So you saw your mama's.
Come on, let's be honest. Everybody's accidentally stumbled upon like walking into into the bathroom. Door didn't lock.
Okay.
Go through. You're just like fuck. Like
See your mama's.
nobody wants to see it.
Your mama's memories.
Please.
They nourished
This is why I go to
you.
therapy. This is it.
They nourished you.
I'm aware. Listen,
mom.
Hey, let's not make it weird.
Big
All right,
mom
hey,
sloppers.
Hey,
Just big old mushy.
Hey, listen, boys. Let's
Yeah.
not get weird. You sucked in your mom's tits too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just big old sloppy
All
mom
right.
tits.
Please don't talk about my mom's tits. Okay.
That's okay. It's okay.
I'm not going to bring up your mother
Don't.
because she's a saint. She's a wonderful woman.
I'm just saying, you saw your mom's.
If they made people the way they were supposed to be made, it would be your mother.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
I will not bring her up.
You know
even
what?
though I know what you know.
Okay.
Just saying.
I apologize for
should.
bring your mama's titties in this.
I'm going to call her right now. Mom?
We're going to take this. We're going to take these out of the box.
Yeah.
We're going to seal your mom's tits up in this box, and we're never going to talk about them again, okay?
Delightful.
All right, delightful.
Put them in Pandora's titty box. So, titty box.
Titty box. All right.
We could sell that.
So,
Wine Boys Podcast presents Pandora's titty box.
now listen, I'll be real. Mom tits are great. It's just not when they're your mom's tits, okay?
Well, yeah, if they're not your mom's tits, but if there are another mom's tits,
Yeah.
they're fine.
Love pair of mom tits.
Of course.
Yeah.
There's an entire genre online of them.
Mom tits.
Mom tits. I'm pretty sure
You
if
might
you,
want to Google that. Just mom tits.
and you know what it's going to be?
What?
It's going to be the photos of like the mom's breastfeeding.
You think so?
Yeah.
I think it's going to be just a
Do you have a group?
older than 30
you-
woman.
Do you have a friend? Do you have like lady friends that like do those pics, like the breastfeeding pics to like show? What does that show?
What, that they're breastfeeding?
Yeah, like what is the point? I guess I don't understand the point of it. Like, is it just to be like, let me see how much areola I can get before Instagram flags me?
That might be it. Or maybe it's like, yeah, like I'm free to do this. It's
Yeah,
not a
that's fine.
crime.
It's not a crime. It's fine. Like everybody, listen. You got to feed the baby.
Yeah.
Baby needs to be nourished. And if you got to breastfeed him, like go ahead.
Yeah, you got to do what you got to do.
But like, what's the point of putting it on? Like, I understand Instagram is like that extension of yourself, and you have to like tell the story.
Of course.
It's what we do. You know, it's like turning ourselves up to 10. That's what this podcast is. It's just us. We're just turned up to 10.
Of course.
I just don't get it. Still, like, there's no endorsement deal.
No.
You know, unless Gerber's knocking on your door, just being like, "Nice titty."
You are so brave.
Oh my God, we'd like to put your baby's face on a jar of banana.
Yeah. By the way, for what it's worth, you hit the internet, hit the hub, search mom tits. There's some gold.
I don't find the hub endearing anymore. Too much verification. I need some grainy
Well, I went
porn.
to the hamster, but anyway. Yeah. Just search mom tits.
Just run on
You
the-
won't be.
Yeah.
You won't be
You know
disappointed.
what I call X hamster now? Running on the wheel.
Okay, I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. But yeah,
Yeah.
you find some endearing.
You're
Women over 30.
Let's not leave this one unturned. Boys, don't act like you're not going to use that shit.
Yeah, just
what are you doing?
Hamster.
Running on the wheel?
Running on the wheel, boys.
Dorm room situation. Somebody walks in. Mm-hmm. Your roommate walks in. He's got a sub sandwich. He's about to sit down and eat. You are politely untying your drawstring. Mm-hmm. You look at him. What are you doing right now? About to run on the wheel. Mm-hmm. He gets up. He eats a sandwich in the common room because he's a good fucking roommate.
He's a good guy. Okay.
He
knows that you need to fire one off real quick.
I lived with a roommate. He wasn't like a frivolous masturbator, but he was a very courteous masturbator. He would even ask. He'd be like, I had a situation. We were drunk this night, and it was really funny. He was just like, "Hey, can you like just like leave for like 15 minutes?" And I'm like, "Why?" He's just like, "I want to jerk off." And I was like, "Jesus, man!" I said, "That's a very confident honesty you have there." I was drunk and I was going to get something to eat anyway, and I was like, "You know what? I'll go in the lobby and wait for my food." And he goes, "You do that." So I did. Went down to the lobby. Went to the lobby. Got my food. It was roughly 15, 20 minutes later. I went back up. He was asleep, snoring, just out like a light. You know,
he just needed that.
Yep,
he needed that.
So, you know, I did because I found it because I told you on a previous episode of this podcast his password to his laptop, which if you're listening, it's probably the same password. I typed it in and I looked at his search history.
Okay,
and I go, because I was just curious because this is how my mind worked at 19. I was like, what would he fire one off to? So I just started typing. Just typed in X. First thing that pops up, moms. And I'm like, yes. I did a little dance. I was like, yeah. Yeah, someone's got some mom shit. Yeah.
You even did the white woman pointy finger dance?
Yeah. Yeah, I love you too.
I'm a cool mom.
Yeah. I'll follow them to the death of me.
Yeah.
Such a beautiful day.
Hey, Bono, I saw you in Cleveland in '98.
He's just like, I do not care.
Such a beautiful day.
I'm Bono. Nobody cares.
Hey, Bono, Cincinnati of 5.
He's just like, I'm just here for UNICEF and the starving children.
Such a beautiful.
I'm not even making a profit on the show. Nobody likes Cleveland. So it was just like proud moment. I was like, proud dad. Whew. Nice job, man.
But yeah, there's honestly
just so much dirtiness.
Yeah, just mom tits, boys. That's all you need to search. Mom tit, just big old soppy pair of titties in a bathtub.
You're just relax. Calm down. I know. How easy was it being like an 18-year-old college freshman, like DSL internet, just fast enough? And you could just, in your dorm room of all places, just leisurely, just look at whatever you wanted. Mom not going to barrel in on you. The only thing you had to worry about is your roommate maybe coming home early from his 4 o'clock class.
Yeah.
You're just like, I just got done eating a late lunch, full. Maybe I'll take a nap. Maybe I'll jerk off. Haven't decided yet.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll play some NBA 2K. Maybe I'll do all 3.
Wow.
Yeah. Because you want to know why? You have way too much time at 18.
You have too much time.
That is
too much free time.
As a 18-year-old boy that's listening to this podcast, what you're thinking about right now is I have time right now to do all 3 of those things, and then in 20 minutes to do them all again.
Yeah.
That is your life right now. I wish I had that.
Listen, I remember.
I have to decide between 3 before somebody comes home and asks me to cook dinner.
Listen, I remember there was like one day during the week in collage, right? Where I had class at 9 a.m. and then I was done at like 2. All right. My roommate had a later class. So his latest class, I would come in at like 2 o'clock. He'd be leaving, wouldn't come back till like 5, and we'd go to dinner. I had a 3-hour stretch there.
Oh my God.
Where I had nothing to do in like the middle of the fucking day. What did I do? Well, typically tug one out real quick, shower, watch TV, take a nap, and then by the time I was waking up,
I was jerking off again.
Well, and my roommate would come in and we'd go to dinner. It was excellent.
Oh, God. What a great time.
I should have been doing homework, but no.
Fuck that.
Fuck no.
I gotta be showered. It's
Yeah.
dinner time. I gotta look good.
Yeah, I gotta look fresh. But yeah, that was most of the time would be like, all right, he's gone. I'm gonna tug one out real quick, go take a shower. Maybe I'll get a nap in. Maybe I'll go call up my boys and go play some Xbox. Like, the world was my oyster. And I spent most of that time masturbating.
The great thing, too, is that at that young, ripe
Shouts out
age...
Vanessa Del Rio.
Yo, you know who you are. It's a bad bitch right there.
Yeah.
I lost a lot of my seed to her.
Genocide.
Genocide.
Yeah.
Yes. Apartheid. I remember what a comfortable time that was when you could just like poke your head out. Like
Back when Sophie D was still Welsh.
yeah. It's a real thing.
Yeah.
I admired the like camaraderie and
Camaraderie and
yeah. The comfort of you just like popping your head out, just being like, "Hey, what are you guys doing?" And they're just like, playing Xbox. It's like, "I'll be over in 5."
Yeah,
you know?
I miss those days.
Yeah.
Leave your dorm room open.
Yeah, do that shit to your neighbor right now. He'll start talking to you about like his fucking taxes.
Yeah, or talking about how he's like refinishing his hardwood floors.
My neighbor had a triple bypass surgery within the last year. He was a guy. He was taking his garbage out. I hadn't spoken to him in months. Mm-hmm. He could have died. And he's a nice guy. He wears swim trunks too much during the summer, but who doesn't?
Yeah,
he doesn't have a pool.
Whatever. He's the one that's retired, right?
He's retired. Yeah.
Yeah. So live your life, man.
Wears the same 2 pairs of swim trunks too much during the summer. It's fine. Whatever.
Mm-hmm. Like you can get another pair. They're not that expensive, man.
Yeah, he's retired. Fuck it. He doesn't care.
Yeah.
He's got nobody else to please.
Yeah.
He's on the last leg of his life. He's on the last 4 holes of his life. He took his garbage out one day.
Okay.
Gave me the old, "How you doing?" And I'm like, Good. How are you? He goes, and he told me the whole surgery story. He goes, "I had a triple bypass." I go, "Oh, no shit." I said, we've been in quarantine. We haven't really been able to do much. And he's like, "Yeah." He goes, "It kind of took me by surprise. It just, one day, just didn't lack in energy and so on and so forth. I was in the hospital for 10 days. I'm like, "Geez, man."
Shit.
I go, "Why are you taking out the garbage?" Because that's what asshole thing that I would say.
Right.
I was like, "I can take your garbage out for you." He goes, "I'm a man."
Love it.
"I take out my own garbage." I go,
"Okay.
Respect."
Okay. But that's a very upstate New York way of thinking.
"Yeah, I'm a man. I wheel my garbage to the curb."
Right.
It's just like me going to him and just being like, "That cat shits in a box. I clean that box because I'm a man."
Right. But I've noticed this, though, where like you see this up here because we're a very blue collar roots town.
We are. That's the thing, is that we're blue collar, but we have a lot of white collar amenities.
Yes.
Like we are very much a mixed bag, because you go 5 minutes south of where you live and you're like in the sticks.
Yeah.
Of like, there's farm and agriculture.
Yeah.
And you're like in a big suburban area.
Oh yeah. And then 5 minutes north, you're in the sticks again.
You're in the sticks again. And then you go 10 minutes north and you're in the city. You're in the metro.
Yeah.
Like it's crazy. The whole city's a circle.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
The whole thing's a circle.
So, but what I find funny though is like about where we live is it's a very blue collar minded town where I cut my own grass, I do my own snow removal.
It has a lot to do with the weather. Like it hardens you.
It does in a way.
That's why there's this whole nomenclature from like West Coast, East Coast, especially with comedy and like anything that you do in the media. Mm-hmm. Everybody in the West Coast, glitz, glam, soft. They want to look pretty. They want pristine.
Yeah.
East Coast, rugged, tough.
Yeah.
Fucking let me show you how to shovel. Like, let me show you. Like, this is the best weed whacker.
It's cold. I'm pulling out my fucking Carhartt.
Yeah.
And it's not an ironic statement that I'm wearing this Carhartt. This thing actually has holes in it
that
I got from jumping a fence or doing actual work.
Why was I running? Don't ask.
Yeah.
Don't ask.
So
completely nonviolent crime.
Mm-hmm. So it's but even then, compared to where my wife is from Long Island, and even then compared to where she's from, we cut our own grass here. We shovel snow here. Whereas they no, you hire somebody for that.
I kind of want to hire somebody to do my snow. I don't like shoveling. I don't think anybody really enjoys it.
I'm a man.
Yeah, I'm a man, I shovel.
I'm a man. I do it even though I don't like doing it, but I do it because I have to provide for my family because I'm a man.
What's your take on the snowblower versus shovel debate. Like, there's a lot of guys that are just like, just shovel. Don't be a pussy.
Yeah. How much snow is there? I
Not enough.
Gotta work.
Well, I'd say not enough. I mean, this year we've been like, knock on wood, we've been fucking good, but.
Now, I've used my snowblower twice this year, I'll be honest.
I've only had to shovel once.
We've had decent snowfall.
Let's not do this. Let's not have this conversation. I'm just realizing how unentertaining it is.
Yeah, but also, like, I kind of have to assert my dominance on the street just because I just moved into this house.
That's true. There is something about, because like our neighbors across the street just moved.
Yeah.
And they were nice people, but he would always like do his own shit. Like he did like mulch his front yard and stuff, and I was like, we gotta fucking mulch. Yeah. Like that's what I was like, this guy's gonna make me look like a dick.
Yeah.
So like we like bought the mulch, never mulched.
Yeah.
We just bought it.
Bought it, but
I
never
have like
did it.
6 bags of mulch in my basement.
It's all dead
just
now.
Just bought it.
It's moldy now.
No, it's fine. Mulch doesn't mold, right?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, I know. It's probably moldy mulch.
It's disgusting now.
Oh god. I just realized how much mulch we have.
Just
in our
got
basement.
bags of mold sitting in your basement. Yeah.
That's probably why I can't breathe.
It might be. That might do it. That, and you probably should change your filter in your heater.
I did.
Yeah.
Don't be right before the winter. Don't be a dick.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm a man.
I'm a real man, okay?
Yeah, I changed my filters.
Okay.
Okay, my furnace.
Change your furnace filter.
I'm gonna throw away that mulch tomorrow. Thanks for the reminder.
Yeah, no problem, man.
God, that's so heavy. I'm gonna have to lug fucking 6 bags, 20 pounds of mulch.
Combined.
No, it's each bag is like 20 pounds.
Man.
Ugh. What a nightmare.
Take your shirt off and do it, man. Get sweaty. You know, wear like gloves and a wife beater.
Wear gloves and a wife beater.
Yeah. You gotta wear like gloves and a wife, which is kind of counterintuitive.
Yeah, cut denim for some reason.
Yeah. Just really like
accentuate the thighs
in the bulge.
Yeah.
And make sure your woman sees you, like sees how hard you're nice and sweaty.
Let's be honest.
What's
going to happen?
You're going to come in later, bust up a shiffer robe for her.
What's going to happen is I'm going to like try. I'm going to get the mulch up, but it's going to be a struggle.
Okay.
Like I'm going to lift it, but there's going to be a lot of noises and cracking. Like I'll be getting down on it and just like go up from the bottom, and there's going to be like a, and then I'm going to try to flip it over my shoulder, and it's just going to make this like fucking like death thud. Just
yeah.
And I'm going to be like. That's one, and then I'm gonna drag it to the curb, toss it down, and realize I have to do it 5 more times.
But the key is you have to do it sexy, though. So you got to do it like nonchalantly. This isn't nothing, and you got to make sure your lady sees you, like how you just triumphantly scoop up this bag of mulch, throw it over your shoulder. This is nothing. But you're like kind of sweaty, but in a sexy way.
Here's the thing.
Got that bead of sweat
the
running
thing
down
I
your
admire,
chest.
the thing I admire about my fiance is that she will tell me exactly how it is.
Okay.
Which I respect about her. A woman that hides it is just a fake person. Like, just tell me what you see. So what would happen is I would lift it, she would see me struggling, and she'd go, "Are you okay?" And I go, yeah, I got it. And then I'll flip it up on my shoulder, and then I'll come back, and I'll be like really breathing hard. And I'll be like,
you need to take steroids, man.
And she's like, you okay to do that? And I'm like, it's fine. It's fine. I'm just angry at the fact that I have to do it 5 more times. And I was like, it's fine. And I get done, and I finally get done with the 5th one 27 minutes later, or however long, 30 minutes later. I get done, and I like just dive on the ground. And she's like, I should have helped you. And I'm like, yeah, you probably should have. And I'll just get angry. And it was just like, no, I'm a man. Oh God.
Yep.
It's been a day. It's been a night.
Yeah. You're a man.
I do things.
Yeah.
I honestly, I'll be perfectly honest with you. I did not realize mulch molded. I have so much mold in my basement right now.
You probably do. Yeah.
I bought that mulch like a year and a half ago.
Yeah, you should probably throw that out, man, because you didn't use it.
It's still in the bags. It doesn't.
It gets moist in there, man.
I got a dehumidifier, whatever the fuck it is. It's cold in there, though. No? Are you searching this right now?
I mean,
How long does mulch last? Like,
let's see. How long does let's see.
If it says like 10 days, I'm gonna be like, wow, I'm like 400 days over. How much? Yeah.
Bagged mulch expiration. Does bagged mulch unused bagged mulch needs to be stored properly so it doesn't mold, attract insects, or turn sour. Bad mulch can be detrimental to plant health, and and it smells bad and sticks together inside the bag, making it hard to spread. You can store bagged mulch in a dry area until the next season. So if your basement is dry...
It's pretty dry. It's cold. It's cold and dry.
Hopefully it's okay. Hopefully it's okay. If your basement is dry enough.
I'm probably going to have to buy some new mulch.
You might have to buy new mulch.
As long as it's not like detrimental to like the health of my house. Like that's what I care. Yeah, okay. Yeah. I'll probably need to throw that away.
I'll put it this way. If you move the bags of mulch and there's a wet spot on your basement floor...
Probably clean that.
If the mulch smells, probably
it doesn't. That's the thing. Like, I think I would have caught in the hue of the mulch.
Okay. I mean, you might not smell it until you open the bag.
Yeah. So. Yeah. Alrighty. Well. All right. Let's put a bow on this.
Okay. We'll end it on moldy mulch.
Moldy mulch.
Yes. Okay.
Right. Well, this has been great. We appreciate you boys going on this roller coaster ride of emotions this evening.
Conspiracy theories.
Hey, tomorrow's the day.
Moldy mulch.
Listen, keep your eyes on the TV.
Yeah.
Keep your eyes glued to the set because
we didn't even talk about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Packers. We didn't.
My God, we totally forgot about them.
We left off Tom Brady.
Yeah.
And the Packers are going to choke. We know this. Aaron Rodgers is going to choke. We know it.
Stop.
Well, that never happens. Yeah, Aaron Rodgers is going to choke. And, God, Tom Brady is the GOAT. That's all I got to say.
This is what the hell?
Fuck. Hold on.
God, what is up with your house?
I forgot to turn that shit off. I didn't even do it. Mother bitch. We're deep enough into the podcast at this point.
People are just like, what's that sound?
It's my fucking heater.
It's an actual heater, all right? This is how it works. Low budget productions right now, okay?
Listen, this is a home. This is a...
Houses make noise.
It'll shut off in a second. We're going to stop recording soon anyway. You whores can deal with it. What the fuck do you want for free?
Yeah, houses make noise.
Yeah.
There we go.
Okay.
See?
There it is. It's off.
Now,
it's off.
The point I wanted to make, so football championships. So what your prediction? So AFC, NFC. Mm-hmm. AFC, we have we'll call it the maybe Mahomes list, Kansas City Chiefs against the Buffalo Bills.
My theory is concussion protocol. It's the playoffs. Who cares?
Mahomes is playing, and I think they're going to beat Buffalo. Yep, and he's got a baby on the way, and he's going to forget his first birthday, and it's for the love of the game.
Yes,
and
that's my theory. And then NFC, I think Tampa's going to the Super Bowl. I think Aaron Rodgers is going to choke, as history has kind of proven.
Yeah, he's lost 3 NFC Championship games.
Yep.
But this is the first one he's played at home.
Good point.
I feel like he's kind of... Listen, you know my stance on Aaron Rodgers. Mm-hmm. Not a big fan.
Okay.
He did make a large contribution to restaurants in need during this time.
Yeah.
And a friend of mine actually texted me about it because I was talking, about him, about sports and whatnot. He goes, how do you feel? Because he knows how much I hate Aaron Rodgers. He goes, what do you feel about the Packers? How do you feel about Aaron Rodgers? I go, he's the worst person I've ever laid eyes on. I said, he's a literal piece of shit. Wow. He's just like, he gave $500,000 to restaurants in New York City. And my friend works in restaurants in New York. And I go, I didn't say he didn't have a heart. I just said he's a piece of shit. I said, and that's how I feel. The guy doesn't have a good relationship with his own family. His own brother disowned him because he's an asshole.
Yeah.
Why would anybody want to hang out with an asshole? He just dumped Danica Patrick. What an asshole.
Right.
He's now dating like Shailene Woodley or whatever the fuck her name is.
Oh, from the Hunger Games?
Yeah, no, she's from Insurgery. She's in surgery?
Yeah, that one. Yeah, she tore ACL.
She was in the movie about the kids with cancer who fell in love and died together.
Oh, fuck.
Spoiler alert. The Fault in Our Stars.
Okay. Funny story, right?
I basically just told everybody what happens in the movie, and it came out long enough ago, so you should have known.
Funny story. I actually saw that movie in theaters with my wife.
And you cried?
No.
She cried?
No, she might have shed a tear. Anyway.
You knew walking into that movie. It's just like, hey, do you guys want to watch kids with cancer fall in
dating
love?
my wife at the time. Why? I didn't want to see this fucking movie. I didn't care. It was totally for her. Anyway, I just remember it was a crowded-ass movie theater. And I am sitting next to my wife, and on the other side of me is this girl who had to be like 14 years old. And saddest part of the movie, this girl is hysterically crying like this shit happened to her yesterday. Like, I don't know how these movies get women so moist in the loins, but
I get it, because like any TV show or movie that has any emotional part, like I always think about it from like the literal standpoint. It's like this is an actor playing a role, and this is what's going to happen. There's some things that I do get invested in, like when a character I really like just like gets written off the show. I'm like, I like that guy.
Yeah,
like, where's he going?
You know what? I think now that I think about it, I might be starting to understand it, because ever since having a kid, I get a little wispy-eyed in sad movies now.
Well, yeah, because you're like, you have your man estrogen.
It's like my emotions have been turned on.
Well, yeah, because you look at her and you're just like, I made that.
Yeah.
And then you think about it and it's just like, what if her? What if?
Yeah.
What if?
It's like my man hormones. They're just suddenly like
Man estrogen.
on.
Yeah.
Whereas if you've known me before, fairly, I wouldn't say stone-faced.
Stoic.
Stoic.
Not a ton of emotion.
Not a heavy emotional range.
It's not that you hate. It's just that you don't love.
Exactly. And now I guess I'm warmer?
Well, yeah. I mean, you're married with a kid. I mean, that opens you up.
I guess so.
As somebody that's not, in the market for a child, I just...
Yeah.
I get it.
Talking about like it's a used car.
That's how when anybody.
Yeah, I don't really want a laundry.
Now that I'm engaged, I like the first question people are just like, "Where are the kids coming?" And I was like, I'm not in the market for a kid right now. And people are just like, "What?" I'm like, "I'm not in the market for a kid." They're like, "What are you, grocery shopping?" And I was like, "Yeah. If I was grocery shopping for the kid, it'd be a little bit more expensive."
You're just like, not in the market for a kid right now,
People look at me like I have like six heads when they're like, I don't want to have a kid. And they're like, why? I'm like, because I don't want to. Is that...
Join our club.
I go, is that not...
Join our club.
Yeah, basically.
Join our club.
If QAnon was to ask me to have a kid, I'd probably read into it a little bit. And I'd be like, what are the benefits of this? And then it would always get back to the fact that, Biden is going to now lead our dictatorship. I mean, it's basically what it boils down to.
One thing I fucking hate is when people compare like having a pet to having a kid.
We talked about this.
I fucking hate that when people do that.
I always say I have cats and I call my cats kids because they're cheaper, and I'm just like, that's
cats
better.
Are cheaper than kids. Yeah. And on top of that, like.
And they got a vet bill.
Yeah.
We had one cat. Our cat almost died over the summer. And it was depressing. But we had to put a lot of money into saving this cat. But that was gonna break me. Like if we had to choose, like the vet said, if you do not do this, the cat will die. And I started crying, and I was like, fuck, I like this thing. Like it's like I like him a lot, because he's a good cat. He's lovable, and he actually he cares about you more than he even cares about himself. And it's like shit. So like the emotional heartstrings, and I was like, all right. So we dumped money into it, and I'm glad we saved him because he's awesome. He's a cool cat.
Yeah, he's a cool cat.
He's
Meow.
a cool cat. Yeah. Our other one sucks, and if she got hit by a car, I'd be upset. Sure, but 2 days later, I'd just get another one.
Yeah.
It's just like
girls are like buses, as the great Gucci Mane once said.
Yeah, it's just like, oh my god, I'm never gonna live again. It's just like, look at this replica. It's fine. They basically look the same.
Yeah, but like cats get older, they love you more. Kids get older, they love you less. Like that's true. It's different.
True.
Also, like at this stage right now, my kid's 1.5. If I left her home alone, like it'd be a felony.
Yeah, it'd be a felony. But
she might die.
And then she'll like remember it. Like when she can start articulating words, she'll be like, "Dad, remember that time you left me home and I was like 1.5 and I didn't know that I could. I almost fell in the bathtub and you said I was." You should have taken me with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, it ain't the same.
Yeah, if you want to know how cool toddlers are, that's the conversation you have with the toddler.
Yeah.
It's just nothing. It's just a bunch of like quickly ended sentences with no plot. So it's just like it's when.
But it's all fun.
Jennifer is the babysitter, and she had her She had a man
Yeah.
over, and he was
Take your time.
they had sex.
Yeah.
And she just,
You're like, what?
she like articulates that part, and you're just
Yeah.
like, how do you know what that is? And she's like, well, he was winning and she was losing. And he's just like, huh.
No, my favorite thing to
I'll have
do
to have a
when
talk with Jennifer.
when a young child is talking to you and they're trying to explain something to you so hard, but this story's going nowhere, you just look at them, like just this look of concern on your face.
Yeah.
Just
Like,
genuine.
Yeah. Like they work for NASA, and
Yeah,
they're like,
yeah.
he's gonna launch the rocket ship. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Wow.
Yeah. And then as soon as they leave, they're just like, fuck that kid.
Wow.
What a you wasted my time with that dog shit story.
Yeah. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, maybe get some plot development.
Intriguing.
Fucking M. Night Shyamalan. What the hell are you doing?
Yeah.
And it was I birthed some asshole that was just like at the end of the movie. Guess what? You thought it was a crazy cult of like these non-humans. Guess what? It was the kids the entire time.
Right. And then at the end of it, you're like, okay. Want some fruit snacks?
Just like yeah.
Yeah. You
Want some
Nice.
Cheerios? Yeah.
Yeah. Cheerios.
Cool, man.
Cool. Yeah. Cool beans.
Yeah. Cool thing about
All right.
kids though, they like to eat. They always like to eat when you eat. That's
Yes.
what I like.
Yeah.
It's just like we're sitting down for dinner. They're like, fuck yeah. Yeah, we're sitting
eat,
down for
baby.
dinner.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like that's the one thing. That's the one thing I would like about a kid. Because it's always dinner time in their eyes. They're just like, shit, yeah.
Listen, I can eat.
I can
If
I
the
can eat.
food is fun, let's do this, Brutus.
A phrase that I find myself using way too often is I can eat.
Yeah.
You hungry?
I can eat. Yeah.
Yeah. It's just...
All right.
All right. Well,
let's-
keep your eyes on the tube tomorrow and check out the Wine Boys podcast during Inauguration Day because we have a few things to talk about.
Yes.
We appreciate you boys listening in. Cop a t-shirt at teespring.com/stores/the Wine Boys. We are fully stocked with all of your favorites. 3 out of 4 cork hoodies. Home of the Hot Brown, Charlie Mustard's t-shirts in mustard yellow and a few other variations of colors. And good stuff. Appreciate our friends at Hazlitt for sending us a bottle of wine this week. Very, very palatable.
Yeah. And they sent us another bottle as well.
Which we will have at a later date.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
Until then, boys, we hope we'll see you next week. Should have a great podcast for you as long as we survive the Biden crime family, and we'll talk to you next week. Bye.
I love you. Please call me back.